Hello everyone and welcome to our Shify Finance and Operation Module Wise Training Series. So in our previous episode, we had quick introduction to the purchase order in Microsoft Dynamics 365, and in our this episode we will create a purchase order, post the confirmation, post the product receipt, and finally invoice that purchase order, and I'll also show you the voucher entry to validate our posting setup. So let's create the purchase order. For this, just go to procurement and sourcing module. Inside purchase tab, you have all purchase order. Just click on the all purchase order. Click on the new button to create a new purchase order. Select a vendor account. So we will select our vendor which we have created in our first episode. So let's select a warehouse also. Click on OK. So our purchase order will be created. Let's add the item. Click on the save button. So after adding all the item in the purchase order, our first process is the submit the workflow. But in our current environment, we don't have activated any workflow. So in our future episode, we will create a new workflow from the scratch for the purchase order. So generally here we have the option to submit the workflow to the manager for the approval. Once your manager is approve your workflow, the status of the purchase order will be changed to the approved. But as we don't have any workflow created yet, our status is approved when we create a purchase order. So after approval, our next important step is the confirmation. So I'll go to the purchase. Here we have the option of confirmation. But in some company, I have seen that they have sent the purchase inquiry to the vendor for internal confirmation. Once they receive the confirmation from the vendor, they will confirm the purchase order from their side. So how you can post the purchase inquiry? Just click on the purchase inquiry. Here we have the option to print the purchase inquiry. So I enable the purchase inquiry, enable the print management destination. Here you have also option to directly email this purchase inquiry to the vendor. Click on the printer setup. Inside the purchase inquiry, just click on the email. Here you can set up the email. So whatever the email we have set over here, the system will send this purchase inquiry to that email ID. So for now I have just print the purchase in the screen. So I just close this one, click on the OK button. So as of now we have not set any print management setup, so we can print the purchase inquiry from the journal. So here we have the journal. Whatever the posting will be happen, the all journals are created over here. So we just click on the purchase inquiry, print an inquiry, original preview. So this is the purchase inquiry we sent to the vendor for the confirmation. So let's go back to our purchase order. So as soon as you post the purchase inquiry, this button will be disabled automatically. So after posting the purchase inquiry, our next important step is the confirmation. For the confirmation also we have two buttons. One is a confirm and another one is a confirmation. Here we have the small difference between the both. When you click on that confirmation button, you will get the pop-up window for the print this confirmation, and for the confirm button, system will directly confirm and post the confirmation without printing any confirmation report, and in the latter part you can print this purchase order confirmation from the journal. So let's click on the confirm button over here. So our confirmation will be done. So in this side the general we have purchase order confirmation. Let's check our purchase order confirmation report. So this is our purchase order confirmation. Here you can also add the terms and condition if you want. I'll show you how you can add the purchase order confirmation terms and conditions. So in order to do that, you can go to procurement and sourcing module. Inside forms you have form notes. Just click on the new, select the form name as a purchase order. So set the purchase order, select the language, and inside form note I have set the terms and condition. This purchase order must be delivered within 6 days. So let's save this one. Again go to our confirmation report, go back, again click on the purchase order confirmation, print again. So here you can see that our terms and condition will be added on the purchase order confirmation report. So let's go back again. Here you can see the changes that our status of the purchase order will be changed from approve to the confirm. One important thing I need to mention here, that if you make any changes in the purchase order, this status will be changed from confirm to the approve again. So I'll make a changes and show you how let's change. I'll make a changes from quantity 1 to 2 and save this purchase order. So you can see that our status is changed from confirm to the approve. To make again confirm, you need to again click on the confirm and post the confirmation journal. See, our status will be again changed from approve to the confirm. If you want to see the history of the purchase order, so you can go to manage. Inside view purchase order version, you will find the history of that purchase order. So in this first thing, in the lines level, you can see that our quantity is 1. In the next confirmation, you can see that the quantity will be changed from 1 to 2. So our confirmation part is done. So our next important setup is posting the product receipts. So we click on the receive button. Inside receive, you have two options. First is a receipt list and the second one is the product receipt. In many cases, users skip this receipt list and directly post the product receipt. So the use of that product receipt is, let's take an example. You have the inventory receiver which receive this purchase order or goods in the warehouse which is located in the Bay Area. So in that case, your warehouse person will print that product receipt and send to that person which are located in the warehouse level to cost check that purchase order from their level. For the receipt list, there is no financial or GL impact in the posting. So let's post this receipt list. Click on the receipt list. Can print that receipt list also. Just save this one and click on OK. So our receipt list is generated. You can print this receipt list and send to the warehouse person. So after print the receipt list, we move to the product receipt. Product receipt which have the financial impact and very important posting in our purchase order. It's also called as a GRN, good receipt notes, but in Microsoft term we call it as a product receipt. Product receipt has the impact on the inventory cost and the physical inventory at the same time. So your physical inventory get increased and your inventory cost will be also increased when you post the product receipt. So let's click on the product receipt and post the product receipt for our purchase order. When you click on the product receipt, you will get the pop-up window. Here you have the option to enter the delivery note in the product receipt. So I'll just enter. So this product receipt is when you supplier send the goods, then he sends some challan or some additional document. So that document number or challan number we will put over here. The next one is a product receipt date. The product receipt date is when your financial entry is created on the product receipt date. So in the line section, we can see the purchase order line which we are receiving in the purchase order. That's it. Here we have the posting button. You need to make sure that posting button is must be enabled. Otherwise your product receipt will be not post. So that's it. Just click on OK button and post the product receipt. Our product receipt is posted. Just refresh this one. So you can see over here our purchase order status will be changed from open order to the received. Once you receive the product receipt, just go to receive tab and print the product receipt. So this is our product receipt which we have posted just now. So after posting that, you can see that in the product receipt level we have a lot of option to cancel this. You can also cancel this purchase order, correct, means you can change that purchase order. So you can also check the voucher entry to validate. So after posting that purchase order, let's check the voucher entry and validate with our posting setup. Just click on the voucher. Our two entry will be created. Let's check with our Excel file. As per our Excel file, when we post the product receipt, our inventory received account will be debited and our vendor accrual account will be credited. So we'll go to the purchase. You can see that our purchase accrual means our vendor accrual account will be credited now and our inventory received, which is temporary account, will be debited. These both account are temporary account as we just post the product receipt. When we invoice that account, our inventory account and accounts payable will be posted. So let's again go back to the purchase order. So now our product receipt is done. Let's move to the invoice and invoice this purchase order. So click on the invoice. So as soon as you click on the invoice button, your invoice window will be open. Here we need to mention the invoice number. So I'll just copy the product receipt number and enter this as a invoice number. You can also enter the invoice description here. So let's save this. So at the time of invoice, you can also change the unit price if the cost of the product is increased. Now we need to save this and we need to click on the update match status as we have enabled the three-way matching system. In our future video, we will explain you about the two-way matching and three-way matching in detail. For now, you just understand that in three-way matching, system will check the purchase order line, product receipt line and invoice line, compare all the changes if there are any changes in the product receipt or invoice, and we will notify that about this. So just click on the update match status, this will compare our status. Otherwise system will give you warning that we have not checked the three-way matching status. Now we just click on the post button and post our invoice. So you can see that our purchase order status is changes from received to the invoice, and our purchase order get invoice. So let's check the voucher entry again. Go to invoice journal. Inside invoice journal, click on the voucher. So here you can see that our ledger entry is properly worked as per our Excel. So if you want to know about detailed information about this voucher setup, you can check our previous video of the posting setup for the purchase order. So our order will get invoiced now. So that's it for this video. In our next video, we will discuss about the under delivery, over delivery, and how you can partially received or short close the purchase order. So stay tuned with us, and thank you for watching.